once everyone got there, they were like, all right, we're gonna announce basketball. No, Mom. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's all about you.
And so while they were doing that, I told Gusti, because he's sitting right by me, for one of our friends, he always brings the soccer ball. He was one of the people who tried out also soccer, so I think he didn't make it. His name is Bear. And I said, once he gets called up, we gotta be like, yes, Bear, I need to do it. It's like a weird voice. And once he got called up, I was like, yeah, I was doing it. And one of my other friends, Darian, his brother also made the basketball team, and Coach Cool has like friendly beef with his brother.
Aww.
So after Darian's brother got called up, he said, and the better brother, Darian.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And then after that was JV, varsity after that, and then we did soccer.
Yep. And then what happened at soccer?
I was some of the last people that caught up. Gusti was the third person. I was third to last.
Oh.
And it's because it's named by its
last names. Yeah.
And I have teeth.
Yeah, he has a letter T.
And then once I got called up, I was super happy because you know how I'm friends with like everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone said it was glazed because I had like the entire 6th grade and some in 7th and 8th graders clapping for me.
Aww.
And it was like a complete round of applause
Awesome
compared to like some other people where it was just like a couple of people, wasn't that loud. But then mine, it was really funny because I just saw everyone looking at me. It felt super weird. I couldn't hold back a smile.
Yeah.
Aww.
Like,
I felt good.
Yeah,
I
that's
bet that
awesome.
felt so good.
You're good at telling stories.
and then there was some games, like there was one to reach a cup. I was inside of that one. And then there was another one where it was like you had to guess which way a coin was gonna flip. Miss Palmer had her face on one, and then there was like a different one. It was a weird photo of it. It was like she had yellow hair, and I couldn't completely see the coin. And the two winners got 2 coins of those, and Miss Palmer got one.
Nice.
And then
The principal's Miss Palmer.
it was they called up a bunch of people. They didn't say what game it was yet. I didn't, and not too long ago, they asked who can hold a plank for a long time, raise your hand.
Oh,
For the
yeah.
pep- and I was like, oh, it could be for the pepper. I didn't raise my hand because I was like, I don't want to do it in front of the entire school. And like half of my class did it, raised their hand, and come back to the pep rally. The first 6th grader, me, I didn't even raise my hand, and I was like, what is this for? And there was a bunch of people who didn't raise their hand. And
So you had to do the plank even though you didn't raise your hand for it?
I guess why I got eliminated.
Why?
Watch this. So they thought my legs were touching the ground. Let me show you why. Because my shorts. My
Because your shorts.
My shorts were touching the ground. And then they were like, oh yeah, you gotta go. I got 4th place because I had to raise my butt just a little bit to keep them off. But then I'm like, bro, it's 5 minutes in. I have to stop doing that.
Dude, you did a plank for 5 minutes? Good job.
I got out right before someone, Miss Nicholson, and her end score was 5 minutes and 30
Good
seconds.
for
and I
Miss
wasn't even-
Nicholson.
You were competing against an adult?
Yeah, and also 2 of the soccer players, Jason and Reyes.
Nice.
And then it was one of my teachers, Miss Pepper, and she was like, you have to go. Your legs are touching the ground. And I'm like, they're not touching the ground. There's even like
Yeah, they're long.
stuff from it because of how dirty the ground was compared to the back. Nice and clean. Nice and dirty. Because they were hitting Go staring ground. Look at the one there. And then I got 4th place. 4th person to get up. And out of students, 3rd place. And then someone who got eliminated got a special like badge thing. And I'm like, what the heck?
How many total students were called up?
It was like 10 students per grade.
Oh,
And then there was a
Wow.
bunch of,
it's like 30 students altogether?
yeah, just students. And then it wasn't only Miss Nicholson. They called up a bunch of teachers, and then they said any teachers, like all the teachers, if they wanted to do it, they could do it. And a bunch of teachers came over, so I was competing against them.
Dude, that's awesome.
I got so mad. And then I was even competing with a cut on my elbow that was on the ground. Like
Aww.
right here, there was a cut. A bunch of it came off because of that.
Well,
Aw.
Timmy, you making it 4th place out of like 30 kids.
Kids.
That is very
And
impressive.
then out of the kids, I got 3rd place.
You got 30
and I
out of 30.
And I was doing better. I still had a straight face. I was calm. While the other 2 kids, one of them was like, their mouth was open and they're like, "Ah."
Yeah,
And then-
you could have gone like 6 or 7 minutes easy.
And then the other one was like, his face was red. And both of their faces were red. And I'm just
For
like,
everyone.
hey guys, I can't take my hands off the ground, but hey.
That's cute, baby. You're so cool as a clam. Cool as a cucumber.
And my friends were like, what happened? Why are you out? You weren't doing anything. And I was like, because of this, they thought I was touching the ground. I could have been touching the ground if I wanted to, and they wouldn't even tell. And a different tactic that I was using, because you know whenever you're doing that, you get tired from doing it over a long time.
What?
Whenever you like straighten your legs out all the way.
Oh, yeah.
So instead, I was like, why don't I just bend my knees a little and
That's
go back
really
and
smart.
forth, but only a little belly. They're not like that. And a different reason, they said I got out, my back was slouching, and I'm like, the person who won, his back was like this, like that.
I cannot do a plank for that long.
No, that's a lot.
So impressive. You kids are so
Do you
amazing.
want to time me?
No, we're good.
I want to try it.
We can do it another time.
I'm filming you.
Because I don't think we can stay down here for another 30 minutes.
Yeah. You guys are.
Yeah, I
I'm
can-
going to bed. I'm going to bed. I'm old.
Timmy, congratulations. That had to
Yeah.
feel really
I did. I was like, I could have won, and I was really annoyed that they disqualified me. Even she said your legs were touching ground, and I'm like, it was this, and then she was like, oh yeah, and your back was slouching. And then, like,
She's like, Timmy, you're out.
it just, it's not
Who,
fair.
what grade were the kids that's, the,
That was still on?
yeah,
7th?
both in 7th?
Yeah.
We love you,
I was
honey.
the only 6th grader.
Yeah. Look
Get
at
it.
you. You're like, you're
Little
swimming with the
6th grade.
big fishes.
Yeah. Our little 6th grade baddie.
Every year that goes on, you're going to become more and more established and senior, and you're going to be running the school.
Yeah. If it
You
wasn't-
gangsta.
The only reason I don't run a school is because I hate when my backpack is like.
That's
and
why you
slamming
don't
against
run
my
to
head.
schools, because
No.
the backpack is so heavy for
Yeah.
you. That's cute. I love you, honey.
Wow.
Say bye.
That was so cute.
Say bye-bye.
Was that done on purpose? Because that's really good video.
Say bye. Boys, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my